Welcome to my home lab. Today we're going to set up CloudFlare tunnels with OpenMediaVault on Docker Compose plugin. We start our journey on the website CloudFlare.com. See, we have a lot of information and you can log in. I have done it already. And you see, I have 2 domains on my CloudFlare account. You see, I have the free plan, so everything we do is free. Click on it, and you see it here, the free plan. The domain name you can buy wherever you want. Example, my domains are from Strato. Today I'm going to use Willy Home Lab. You click on it. You see you have some graphics, DNS records. See it here. If you want CloudFlare to configure your domains, you have to use this DNS server. Kelly ns.cloudflare.com and Joxel ns.cloudflare.com. How we do that? Go to Strato, see here my domain, and if you look to the name server, you can use Strato name server, but I use my own name server. See here kelly.ns.cloudflare.com and Joxel ns.cloudflare.com. So here everything is configured to let CloudFlare use my domain. We go back, see here, and to use tunnels, we go back to domains, zero trust zone. Click on it. You see it here. We have networks, connectors, and here we can create tunnels. You see your CloudFlare tunnels. For the moment I have one test, but it's inactive and we can delete it. Delete tunnel. So okay, we start with add tunnel. Click on it. We use CloudFlare and we give it a name. The name can whatever you want. So I use Willy CloudFlare tunnel. So you know, you can give the name whatever you want. Save tunnel. Okay. Now we can choose the environment. You have for Windows, you see what you have to install. Mac, again, it changes. Debian, 64-bit 230, you can choose whatever you want. Red Hat, but we use Docker. This is the command you can use to install the CloudFlare tunnel. But we're going to use OpenMediaVault, so we're going to use a compose file. But that is the basic, because we have here a token. And that's what we need. We're going to our OpenMediaVault dashboard. You go to services. One important thing, you have to install the compose setup. See, system, plugins. I use Docker. See, OpenMediaVault compose has to be installed. So we go back, services, compose, files. You see here we have Pi-hole from a previous video, also Nextcloud, also from a previous video, and Nginx, also from a previous video. But Nginx we're going to use today to connect from our CloudFlare tunnel. Before we can create a new file, we need to create a new network. So we click on Networks. See here, we have a lot of networks. Create. We give it a name, CloudFlare. The name, you can do whatever you want. The driver is bridge, and everything can stay like it is. Save it. Okay, so we have the CloudFlare bridge network. We're going to use that in a minute. We go back to files. Create a new file, add. We give it a name, CloudFlare tunnel. The description, again, CloudFlare tunnel, and copy the coder, paste it in. You have services, CloudFlare tunnel. You can choose whatever you want. The name, also CloudFlare tunnel. The image, CloudFlare / CloudFlared latest. Restart unless stopped. We have an environment variable, the tunnel token. See that in a minute. A command, tunnel, no auto update, run. We have created our CloudFlare network and we configure it here as external true. Save it, and voila. CloudFlare tunnel is ready, but not up. Status down. So now we go back to CloudFlare and copy the command because we need the token. Copy it. We open that block and paste it in. We need the token. So we copy everything here. Copy it. Away. Go back to OpenMediaVault. CloudFlare tunnel. Edit. And paste in the token. To check if everything is okay. We save it. Voila, we have it here. And select it and up. So we run the Docker container. We download the image. Only takes a minute. Download is already complete. We have some checking to do. Download again. Extracting. Et voila. We have our container created and started. You can close it because end of line and no errors. Everything is okay. Et voila. Our CloudFlare tunnel is up. Now we go back to CloudFlare. We do next. In the meantime, you see we have our connector connected. That means the connection between our OpenMediaVault Docker container and CloudFlare is okay. We do next. Now we can create our first route. The first thing we do is to select our domain name. For the first thing we use Nginx. The path can stay what it is. And now we select the service. We do HTTP because our Nginx is HTTP, and the URL, because we use the same Docker network, we can give it the name Nginx. You're going to see that in a minute. To complete the setup, to save it, et voila. We have our first tunnel. We go back to CloudFlare. We do next. In the meantime, you see we have our CloudFlare tunnel and you see it's healthy. Now we go back to my OpenMediaVault dashboard, and we're gonna edit our Nginx because we have some changes to do. Click on it. We do it down, stop it. Okay. We edit. The first thing we do is to remove the ports and change the network. First, we create a new network. So networks, CloudFlare, the name of the network, and external. Second, we have to use the network in our service. We go up and paste it in. Networks can remove. So we have networks, CloudFlare, this one, and it's external. We save it. Okay, and run it up. So, because we have already the image, the Nginx container is created and starting. Because we have end of line, no errors, we can close. Et voilà. We have everything. We go back to CloudFlare tunnel. Click on the tunnel. Here we have information. If you want, you can edit it. See? You can do the coder. Back to tunnels. Now we're gonna run it. I open a new private window and do Nginx dot the domain name et voilà, my home lab and my text from my Nginx web server. So we don't need to open any ports on your router or modem. Everything is through secure tunnel. You see here, we use a secure HTTPS verified by Google Trust. More information, view the certificate, et voilà. We have the certificate by Google Trust Services, and it's valid for a couple of months. See the domain and all the subdomains. For this part of the video, you have to finish your account setup. Click on choose a plan. It's still free, zero trust free. So select plan, select it, and add payment method. Here you have to put your account. For the next part of the video, we're going to secure our tunnel with an authentication. Therefore, we go to Access Control, Applications. Once you have finished the setup, you can add an application. Add application, in our case, self-hosted, and we give it a name. For me, that's Willy Home Lab. We add a public hostname, input method default, our domain, and here you can choose or optional or you give a subdomain. In our case, it's Nginx. Add policy, that's for later. Next. Default, everything can stay default here. Next. Et voilà. Save it. We'll wait a little bit, and we have our application. The next thing we need to do is to assign a policy. You see here, you have one domain, but policy assigned no. So we go to policies, add policy. The policy name is my home lab. Action allow. And we give it a selector. We do emails. And we give here the email who allow to log into the website. So springboatprogramming@gmail.com. And we save it. Now back in the applications, you see we still not have any policies. So we configure our application. We go to policies, select existing policies. My home lab, we select it and we confirm. Save application. Et voilà. We have our application, the URL, and the domains and the policies are in order. Type self-hosted. If you do that the first time, it's possible you have to wait a little bit. I open a new private browser window, go to nginx.my domain name, enter. You see, we have a login page from CloudFlare. Here we put our email address and click on send me a code. After a few moments, we receive an email with an access code. Copy the code and paste it in here. Sign in. Et voilà. We have our website. This is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up or leave a comment. Thank you very much and see you later.